That's incredible. Thank you. We are back with Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor, you know your work is on a massive scale, but as someone who has to show up every night and do a show regardless of how I'm feeling, I know that being on stage usually makes you feel better. Still, I'm curious. On your down days, because you must have them, how do you transform into the person your fans need you to be by the time you hit that stage? Well, first of all, didn't you once do your show with a burst appendix?
I did.
I actually did 2 shows with a burst appendix. Oh my God. See, when I'm on tour, I make a firm decision at the start. Not going on stage is not an option. And doing the show at 60% isn't an option either. Even when I've had the stomach flu, which happened multiple times on tour, my goal is to make sure the audience never suspects a thing. Although, there is a very quick, messy way to let them know you have the stomach flu. Laughing, it's all about self-control. But honestly, it's about recognizing there is something bigger than you. These people have saved their money, rearranged their schedules, traveled, hosted parties, and made friendship bracelets. I'm doing the show for them. What's the biggest difference between global superstar Taylor Swift and walking around the house Taylor Swift? My walking around the house look? It's basically an old Victorian nightgown. I prefer to look like a ghost. If someone caught a glimpse of me in a window, I'd want them to think they'd seen an apparition. At home, I don't want any music person evidence. No plaques, no trophies, no studio. Just my piano and guitar. I want it to feel cozy. I save the music industry energy for the days I actually go to the studio. Plus, I'm lucky to have a very tight-knit circle of friends and family. I can tell them anything and it never ends up in the press. I promise that nothing you say tonight will end up in the press.
Grinning, exactly.
This feels like a very safe, private space. Since you're performing at such a high intensity, how do you wind down when the curtain falls? After a show, you're like a flickering light bulb. The adrenaline is so high because the fans are so wonderful, so it's impossible to just go to sleep. I'll go back to the hotel, get out of the costume, and it is immediately mermaid time. Straight into the bath. Then, I order the maximum amount of room service possible. Are we talking French fries? What's the go-to? Everything. Whatever I'm craving. I need to power back up after a 3.5-hour show. While I'm eating, I'll usually sign about 2,000 CDs. I love the tactile activity of it. It's like when people bake bread. It lets me turn off the idea part of my brain. I'll just put on Dateline and sign away. Do you listen to audiobooks too? Constantly. As soon as I finish one, I start another. What's your jam when it comes to books? I have a very specific set of requirements. I need a rambling, moss-covered British mansion. I need a mysterious relationship where the man isn't what he seems. I want a decades-old murder, whispers of a ghost, or a family compound on an island off the coast of Maine with dark secrets. Give me a brother who's been missing for 10 years and just showed up, an unreliable narrator, and a plot twist where the wife, who everyone thought was the victim, is actually the psycho. That sounds like a fantastic book. If you find a book like that, I need to read it, and by read it, I mean I need a British narrator to read it to me in the bath. Now, you travel with your cats, and you mentioned once that you woke up with one on your head. Is this the photo you were talking about? Image shown on screen. Yes. That is my youngest, Benjamin Button. He is very attached to my pillow, no matter what country we're in. I have to say, there are worse things to have wake up on your face. He's actually very thoughtful about it. He makes sure not to obstruct my airway, which I appreciate. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. More with Taylor Swift when we come back.